Yeah, hello friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll learn about the GraphQL technologies. GraphQL is the basically a query language, right? And there are several differences in with respect to the REST approach and your GraphQL approach, right? So in REST, basically we need to explicitly write some, whatever the CRUD operations that APIs that we need to write, right? A get API, post API, put, patch, and delete, right? But in GraphQL approach, we don't need to explicitly write. It will have only one API endpoint, and it will be always a post. Okay? That is the advantage. And one more thing that it will be, whatever the data that you want as a request, sorry, as a response, you can have that, right? It is something, over. It is avoiding overfetching. Basically. Okay, that's how the GraphQL is working. So we'll get started. This is my one project that which I created, a GraphQL project, which has I'll go one by one, very quick. So I have a config folder which has a settings.py, which I included the just SQLite is a database and the asynchronous session basically. Okay, and then in I do have one CRUD operations which is a user data file. Then in the GraphQL types, I do have these three py file that I have created. I will go one by one. Okay. So basically in GraphQL, everyone is a type. Every object is a type, right? That's what we consider. Okay. Then we do have one model, which is a user model that I created, which is a simple. Okay. In schema I have just used a one input while creating the user data. Okay, to while creating user data we do require a input, right? So that's how I created here. So now we'll go the things one by one. So in GraphQL types I created one fetch user data. Okay, it is my query. Okay, so in GraphQL technologies, it's a query language, right? And we do have a query and mutation. So query is to fetch the records basically, and mutation is for to update, delete, or create, insert, right? Those kind of operation we need to use a mutation. Okay, so yeah, this is a query I created, and I told you that every object is considered as a type here, right? So I just write return out strawberry dot type here, and inside that whatever the fields or the instances of that particular object that is considered as a field. Okay, so that's how I just return a strawberry dot field here. Now if you go to this which is returning the user information, this is inside a user data I have written. Okay, which is again a user uh, class which I created, which is again a type. Okay, it has three fields: name, email, and address, which is just fetching the user information. Okay, so there is a CRUD operation which I created, which is coming from CRUD. If you see get user data, we'll go here. So in CRUD operation, we are just returning a select star basically from the user table. Okay, okay. All the methods and functions are the async basically. Okay, this is a advantage that it is by default supports async this GraphQL. Okay, so we'll go back to the user data. So once the user data will return, it will just iterate over that particular list, and it will append the it will append basically into all the basically user object, the name, email, address, which it will append into the data, which is again a list. Okay, and that I'm just returning, which is it is returning your user. Okay, so it will come back to here, and then it will return those results. Okay, this is for your fetch. Now we come to the mutation. Okay, mutation is to insert. I'm just inserting the data first of all, then we will fetch that data. Okay, that's how we'll go. So this is a mutation. Okay, which is again a type. Create user data, again a field. This is coming from create user field, which I return into the user data itself. If you see, we have fetch here, we have create here. Okay, it is again going to the CRUD function, which is creating your user information. Okay, creating user information is simple. It's just to insert and then values. Okay, that's how it's working. Now coming back to this one, so I have a user input. Okay, which a user input, it is again a type. Okay, which is you will see into your schema basically. Okay, it is name, email, and address. Okay, pretty straightforward. We'll go to the implementation, the Yeah, this is my server is running. Okay, if I go, I'll just close my all the stuff. So go one by one. Let's first insert the data. Okay, we'll insert the data first. uh, let's say address, I will just add okay. Email, let's say I'll just add my name mbk and mv right, just add it. Okay, once I'll create oops, giving some error. um, might be all I'm already having this email address. Yeah, so the email address is actually already I'm having, that's why I was getting error. If you see the user this one, this is your unique, that's why. Okay, if you hope you understand. So coming back to this, the data got inserted. Okay, now I want to fetch the records. Okay, so for fetching I need to go for my query, right? Just remove this. You see existing records and new records which I added, that also came here. Okay, that's how this GraphQL works. Okay, and how this overfetching and underfetching, I mean, let's say you want only the email and name. Okay, you don't require address. So if you see, this is very cleaner way, or you don't need to send it all, or let's say front end wants only those much information, right? So front end can fetch, right? If they want only a name, then yeah, definitely we can go with this. This is how this works. Okay, and there are a couple of things into this. If you go to mutation, you see there is a star marks here, right? Those are the mandatory fields basically, right? And yeah, here also you can have only a address and these things to be fetched, not the all the things which are here. Okay, it actually depends on the use case. What are the data you require basically. Okay, so yeah, this is all about this GraphQL technologies, and I will try to add more videos with respect to the data loaders and all in future. So basically, yeah, this is all about the uh, query and mutation in GraphQL. So hope you understand this video. Uh, if you want more, please do comment and do subscribe. Okay, I will add this into my GitHub and I will post it into the comment section. Okay, and this is our, again, just want to give you just small info about the main file as well. So uh, this is a query which is I'm returning directly from here, right? The user query, I'm just returning the alias, I'm just giving the alias to user query and user mutation, which is again I'm just inheriting to it to this and giving query to the schema basically directly. Okay, you can change your path as well. I'm just writing the sample uh, backslash here. If you want your domain and if you want something different, you can do that as well. Just added the middleware section also here. If you see which I written here, again session, and this session I actually write it into the settings.py, which is a async session, right? So yeah, this is all about the main file as well, and yeah, I will keep this whole code into the GitHub repository, and you can have a look. If you want to modify, do such multiple things to it, yeah. Okay, thank you guys.